looks like I have to fix. It's got all glitched out overnight. So, I really just woke up. It's like 7:08 a.m. This is technically a one-off. Hey, Aurora. This is a big deal because it has something to do with my psionics. It's something to do with my psionics. It was a huge hint. It's a huge hint. But this is serious. Dream goes something like I'm like far away, right? I traveled on my own, right? I was out somewhere like far away. It's like a normal baseline reality, right? Just like ours. But in this dream, I've traveled far away, and I traveled on my lonesome. I don't want to. I don't want to drive back to where it was that I drove out to, and it's really because I drove out there in my lonesome, and it's kind of like a foreign area to me, even though it's here, it's in our country. We explore through this house. I explore through this house. There's like this video game sequence that I'm playing before it is that I render in this reality. And the way it was working was I was playing it with Drew. It's his birthday today. And this video game that I have a memory even during the stream, right? Playing with Drew starts getting like legit. There's this boss that we're fighting, and or at least there's this character in the game. There's this boss that we're fighting, and it's like there's a bunch of like cinematic sequences that lead up to the boss fight. I can't. I hardly have memory on this. This isn't the most important part. What I can say is that I lose while Drew's watching and playing with me and helping me. This is where it's weird because it's before I lose. But to the level selection of the game, you can go back in, right? You can go back in and choose to do the boss fight again. But there's like a three part. It's like part one, part two, and then part three. I failed part one, and so I was going back. But when I go to the level selector, part one, part two, and part three are all available. Right? Part one, all right. Part two, I didn't put. I picked part three. So suddenly, I warp in to a home, and this is kind of how, and in the home, have I traveled from a faraway place. I had to get there by car. It's not here. Maybe it's familiar. I think it's a part of one of the areas in a previous dream world that I've been in within the last rolling year. But I'm in one of the houses that I traveled to. I had to take a big, enormous bridge to get to the city. And this big, enormous bridge, in previous streams that I have had, was horrifying to drive over. It's horrifying. It's like so high up. And it's like you can drive right off the bridge just by driving straight, unless you're very certain. If you don't know where you're going, you may as well be driving right off a bridge that sends you directly into a pitfall. So I have memory of this. I don't want to drive back. I'm in this home. I'm in its basement. There's something malevolent about the place. I can't tell. It's older. There's something happening in the basement. I don't know what it is. It pisses me off or something. I see the boss that we were fighting, or we were trying to beat in stage one. They're they're here. They're not a monster. They're a human being. At least in this in stage three. Now that I'm seeing them, are they a human being? They are an older, larger, kind of like my size. He's older. He's like he's in his mid forties, maybe mid 50s, early 50s. He's got a shaved head, a Russian accent. He's an everyman. He's an everyman, right? He's an everyman. He's not necessarily a bad guy. He's not a bad guy. But since I played against him in stage one, he was the boss, right? And he may have looked different then. I remember him. And whatever it is that I saw in the basement, I'm not happy about. I presume it's his house. I presume it's his house that I'm in, right? And I remember the beef. Drew's not with me. Drew's not with me. It's just me. In my memory, is it just me that drove my ass to get to this place? But I don't think about this yet. I go back up from the basement and I'm sitting on his couch in his living area. And he passes me. He's like he gets home, he passes me. Again, I have no idea what pissed me off in the basement. And I see him, and I'm like, it's something along the line. You got a lot of fucking nerve. He's like, yeah, yeah, I have a lot of fucking nerve. It's like what? I don't know what his beef is, but it's like you want to come into my house and like disrespect me. You're in my house. It's like seriously. It's like you think I don't have the fucking gall to beat the shit out of you? Is essentially the vibe. You want to go? Do you want to go? And I'm like, I'm anxiolytic. I'm like, what the fuck? Why am I in this situation? What's going on? This guy seems to have memory of me. I don't really have memory of him. But now he's ready to take this outside, right? Now he's like a bigger, heavy. He's like larger, fatter, heavier set, Russian accented, white Caucasian male, shaved head. I shaved this shiny shaved, right? For some reason, my heart's pounding after this. I take off the glasses that are on my head. I I have this it's just yesterday in real life. I got my glasses adjusted at Lens Crafters. It wasn't the thing I planned or set out to do. I just happened to get there. Guy who adjusted my glasses was beautiful, wonderful guy. Was not the first person you'd expect to see at this Lens Crafters after your time there. But they tried very, very, very hard to get them as perfect as possible for my face. And they did. I left with glasses that were very well adjusted for me. In the dream, I I take off my glasses. Oh, sometimes am I an idiot? That doesn't matter. Yeah, it's there. They're closed right now. It's fine. Take off my glasses, right? And I put them in my pocket. Now that I've taken my glasses off, I can still see fine in the dream. I can see just fine in the dream, right? But I put them in my pocket, and instead of going outside, because the boss is still angry, we're going downstairs to the basement where I saw something malevolent going on, and we're gonna go fight down there. It's like, fine, you want to go do this? Go down. But there's one thing I want to tell you. Takes me to the stairwell where it is that the basement heads down into. There's a door there that I exited. There's a door there that I exited from when I got pissed off from whatever it was I saw down there originally, right? And he stands between me and the door, a few steps down in the stairwell. He's like, you want to see? You really want to see it? And he does one of these, and the door behind him just slams shut. He uses a finger gesture like this, and the door behind slams shut. Not like loud or scarily, but obviously he just psionically closed the door behind him. What it means is I can open doors and he can close them. Put it in my head and in the dream, and it's very real. At the time, you know how it is. I immediately connect. He just psionically closed the door. That's something I'm learning about. He has the powers that I'm looking for. I realize potentially I'm not angry at the guy. I'm just confused about where I am. This guy's actually a guy I've been looking for. This is a guy I've been looking for. So, I settle down. I'm like, I'm sorry. Right, I can't even see right now. I took my glasses off, but I can see clearly. I see that I'm supposed to be here. And now I realize I have to get back home. I have to get back home. I go we go back upstairs. We go into kind of like the front door area. Not like the front door area, where it's like another living area by his front door. It wasn't the one that I crossed into him over, like when we kind of crossed eyes originally. It was in the back area. And I realize I need to get home. I reach into my pocket and my glasses, where I don't know how much time it's been since I put them in my pocket. I take them out, and they're ruined. They're ruined. The lenses on in them have popped out. The lenses on them have popped out. The lower portions of them somehow have been like bent down, and now it's like they're like stringy wire. Whole thing, there's no way to get the lenses back on them in order for me to drive home back across this bridge, where it is that if you don't know exactly where you're going and can't see perfectly straight ahead of you, it drives you straight into a section where there's no bridge, and your car just plummets down towards the earth, that it is so highly, right, it's just built so high above over. do. The boss is concerned for me. And so he takes the glasses and he sits down at his couch in front of the coffee table and he starts working on them for me. I get freaked out. Why? Because I want the control over the glasses. I want. No, what if he misses? What if he loses one of the screws? Whatever they. I took the glasses out. They were irrecoverable for me to fix. It's apparent. And now he's taking them. He sees he might be able to do something. I think, what would he be able to do that I wouldn't be able to do? What if he loses a screw in them or something? If they are repairable, what if they are repairable? Why would he know how to repair them? And it's around this period I'm starting to panic. And I wake up because the panicking was happening. It was about a drive that I had to make. But the moment when he was between me and the door to the basement, in the in between, in the stairwell between two doors, he stood between me and the door that led to the frustration that I was in originally. And he waves his finger to magically close the door behind him that I had come through, that had pissed me off so. And I knew he was the teacher. He was a boss in a video game sequence that Drew and I were playing together in the memory that led to this moment. I was just trying to go ahead and see what happened next. I did not do the second portion of the boss sequence. I did the third. I selected it from the level selector. It was ethereal that those other two options were there, and it wasn't just the first. He goes to repair my glasses so that I would be able to make the journey back. I wake up before it is that I enable him to repair it. I couldn't see how he would be able to. I didn't want to think about how I was going to make the drive back. Without the glasses, I can't see, I can't drive anywhere. He, as somebody who had me in his home, supposedly, and was beefing with him, and the way it was that he showed me that I didn't want to fight with him, was the most pacifistic thing. And then he wants to repair my glasses so that I can journey back to where I'm supposed to go, or where it is that I supposedly have origin to. I will not forget that he had a Russian accent, was heavier set. Either it was a hard-aged 45 or a young 50-something. And the flick. He was the boss that I was trying to beat in the first stage. In the last stage was the boss that I was trying to beat myself. I believe I have a gesture now. And what it is yet another ethereally linked, ethereally connected piece of a connected dream storyline lineage. It's all canon. And every time I have dreams that I remember, I see how canon all of the dreams I've had in like the last 5 years or so have been. And I am meeting characters in the universe now. And I'm talking with them. And this was not one that I had expectation to meet or visit. Fortunately, my glasses are good. I just had them adjusted yesterday, and I slept on the right side. Not, I took them off, but I was on them just a little bit. So I have to be careful with these. This is the only pair I have. I have psionically moved a vape on replicable camera feed. Every time I play it back to myself, it blows my fucking brain away. So you have to understand why I have dreams like these. I don't have any preconception in my brain of what the fuck's supposed to be happening. And I'm pretty certain I'm going downstairs to a man's basement to fight him. And this happens. And it wasn't anything I saw coming. I know it's connected to the powers that I'm going to receive. And I definitely did not want to be starting shit with that guy. He was there to help me. It was just because of the sequence of the game, he appeared to be a boss. He appeared to be a part of a malevolent force that I was finding in his basement. Something about it pissed me off so tremendously much. Was it how decrepit it was? Was there something in it? I can't remember what it was. I just thought it was. Now that I look back to it, it was really cute how it was that he got all upset at me. It was like, "Oh, you want to go?" I was like, but again, it was completely Russian accent. It's like you come into my house and you mean to break everything that it is that I have, right? It's just, it's so crazy cool. So that he sits down with my glasses, his table, right, every single piece of it, and he starts kind of just and I literally I'm about in my head am I saying no, don't even bother, you're gonna break them. I don't get there. I have the internalization that I want to say this, but I don't know what the better choice is. I'm about to start reaching, and I don't want to even deal with this moment anymore. I cannot bear potentially driving home without them, even though in the dream I can still see clearly. It's all told from the first person perspective of myself. It's not a third person piece at all. I'm there. And I just wake up. I know the guy is not an enemy. That guy is one of my teachers.